Hello and welcome to Fingerprinting Gurus. My name is Tommy Watkins, your instructor, here for another exciting edition of our new topic this week. Before we get into the exact topic this week, I would like everyone to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and also hit that notification button so you can continue to receive new content weekly as it's uploaded here to the YouTube channel. Today's topic is tips for improving fingerprint quality. Tips for improving fingerprint quality. Number one is use lotion. The best thing you can do to avoid having your fingerprints rejected is to moisturize your hands. Start using lotion on your hands at least 2 to 3 times per day for several days leading up to your fingerprinting appointment. I recommend that you do not use lotion on the day of your appointment. Number two, this is something that I'm not actually practicing just yet. I will be moving into live scan, but I will go ahead and deliver this. Number two, live scan. If possible, try to find fingerprint locations that use live scan or digital technology rather than ink. But ink is still the most preferred method out there, regardless of what anyone say. The ink fingerprint card is the most sought after method out there to still do criminal background checks, whether it's for real estate, physicians, different types of fields. Because I have seen them all for its fingerprinting. So I'm coming across a lot as the tempo and volume pick up in my area for its ink fingerprinting cards. And most of our people just don't want to wait. It's hard to get into some of these places because of the COVID-19 restrictions. So our services are in very much high demand in order to accommodate these clients. Also, for ink prints are acceptable. However, digital equipment produces better images. Please note that criminal background check facilities will digitally transmit prints. If taken digital at any other location, the fingerprints must be onto a hard copy of the FD 258 card and mailed to the criminal background facility. 3, take a break. Plain as day. To maximize fingerprint quality, avoid activities that are hard on your fingertips for several days leading up to the fingerprinting appointment. If you have clients, and that's the reason why it's vital when you do the intake calls for these fingerprint appointments. Find out exactly what field they're in. See, this right here could save you from rejections itself if you know what type of field they're in. If you know they are, working with their hands a lot for nursing, because they're always washing their hands and things of that nature. You want to start having them to moisturize their hands, or look at some form of a ridge builder to aid them in the best possible fingerprint impressions as possible. Those are just some things. I haven't did a training on that, but ridge builders and different types of lotions help aid in better quality fingerprint impressions. And also number 4, make a plan. For most people, using lotions and taking breaks from detrimental activities for a few days will probably be enough. However, if you fit into several of the common causes of categories and believe that the low quality fingerprints as a result, plan ahead. For example, if you are 45, if you are like a 45-year-old nurse and who uses like sanitizers and soaps on your hand 20 times per day, and in your spare time you swim in chlorinated pool 3 times per week, you should plan ahead. If you have the weekends off from work, plan to be fingerprinted on Monday morning. Stop using the pool on the previous week on the previous Wednesday. Start moisturizing or having your client moisturize uh, at least 4 times per day, at least 4 times, or at least 4 days a week ahead of your appointment. Spend the weekend by bathing or having the clients bathing their hands. No cleaning, no gardening, no weightlifting. That's what I was speaking of before in number 3. Basically, it's imperative to know what type of occupations in which your clients are getting fingerprinted for, because that should be almost like a ding 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 red flag in your head to go ahead and try to aid that particular client so they're not coming back due to rejections of fingerprints, and that you can go ahead and assist them immediately without um, have them as a repeat customer, and that of course tying up your schedule because you have to take care of fingerprint rejections. um, it does happen. I had a few, but we got through that process. It's all about learning different techniques that will place you in position in order to help you assist that customer in in an expedient and professional manner. Um, so that's pretty much I have for this week for us um, fingerprinting gurus, and of course improving tips for improving your fingerprint quality. For anyone that will, if you would, just like and subscribe this channel and hit that notification bell so you can continue to receive updated content as is uploaded to the channel. Until then, I'll see everyone on the next edition of Fingerprinting Gurus. Have a great day.